Hey guys, now I'm here with my friend Lorenzo. Say a little bit about you, where you're from.
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been coming to Rio probably about 7, 8 years, something like that.
Yes, and I'm going to doing some interview with him to you guys a little bit know about the experience from people come to Brazil or Rio and they enjoy something like that. Some info that help you guys when you guys come to here. So my first question to him, it's what he's here about it, Brazil. If he's here something about it.
Yes, when I first wanted to come to Brazil, everybody was telling me it was dangerous. Shouldn't come along, perhaps look at another country coming. But I ignored that and I came with some friends and I enjoyed it.
You see guys, everybody say many things about Brazil, about Rio. It's not true, right?
Correct, it's not true. Very nice, very good experience.
What's the first impression that you have when you come to Rio?
The weather's good most of the time. It rains sometimes, but most of the time it's good. Food is excellent, and all the people that I've met, both American and Brazilians, have been great to me.
The first time that you came to Rio or to Brazil, you come with friends or you come alone?
I came with a couple friends. We came together the first time and we had a ball, we had a good time, just walking on the beach, going to different restaurants, a few nightclubs. We just experienced Brazil. It was nice.
Yeah.
Rio.
For the guys come, you think it's okay if they come alone or you think it's better because it's first time, just bring some friends?
I think the first time you probably should come with someone, but I came with friends the first time, but the last 3 times I've been to Brazil, I came alone and I've been fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. You see, guys, just come along. Don't wait for somebody else because sometimes people's not come to Brazil because wait for some friends, some cousin, and then they waste the time because somebody's not ready. But you are ready, so come to Brazil. How many times you come often to Brazil? Let's say 1 year.
When I started, I was coming once a year, as you know, but last year I came 4 times. This year I'm on schedule to come 4 times, maybe 5.
That's me. He's really enjoy it, right?
Yes, I do. I really enjoy it.
Yes. You think about it, just move to Brazil, live here?
Actually, I am considering moving to Brazil. Right now, my mother and my aunt and my sister's been sick, so I don't know that I'll come 4 times, but I'm thinking about coming every other month if I can swing it. I'm thinking about 1 month in the United States and 1 month in Brazil. And that's when I hope that works out for me by the end of the year.
Which places in Brazil you've been?
I've been to São Paulo, I've been to Rio, I've been to Salvador, I've been to Brasilia.
And which one you plan to, let's say, stay more longer or leave?
Definitely Rio and Salvador. I love being in Rio and I love being in Salvador Bahia. Both of those are great.
Me too. I love Salvador Bahia,
yes.
But I'm from Rio.
Yes.
Salvador Bahia, you really like it?
I really do.
Yeah.
I do.
Want back there?
I haven't been able to make it back, but I'm hoping my trip in the September or November that I'm able to go to Bahia first and then come here to Rio.
One thing that you don't agree or don't like it or something in Brazil?
I wouldn't say I don't like. I think the more I learn Portuguese, the better I'm understanding the Rio and the culture. I think, sometimes Americans, we want everybody to adapt to us. But I think in Brazil, we need to adapt to, to Brazilians and also learn a little bit of Portuguese. The more Portuguese I'm learning, the better I'm feeling about being here. And it's a lot easier as well.
Wow. And you think the Portuguese is easy to learn?
I don't think it's easy to learn, but I think it's a challenge, but I think it's worth the challenge. It'll make your stay and your visits a lot better.
One thing that you recommend people when they come to Rio?
I recommend when you come to Rio, don't be on your phone as much. Try and ease yourself into the culture. Don't try to throw yourself into it. Just try to ease yourself because you'll find Brazilians are very accommodating and they will help you as long as you ease into it. Because I have a lot of good Brazilian friends now from the US and also Brazilians that live here.
Wow, nice. What do you think about Brazilian women?
Oh man, I don't want people to get mad at me, but Brazilian women, I've been all over the world and I find more passion in Brazilian women than any other women in the world. That's to include our own US women. I've been to Panama, I've been to the Orient, Thailand, Philippines, Korea, Japan, all over the world. And I find that Brazilian women, if they like you, they're more passionate than any other women.
You see, guys, very nice info. So you guys know a little bit. That's good. So you think the Brazilian women, they give you more attention, they give you more caresses,
Yeah,
right?
respect, more attention, but at the same time, they allow you to be yourself. They don't sweat you. They're nice and accommodating without being domineering or controlling, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes. You have one bad experience, let's say, with something?
Well, let's say I had a bad experience. I've seen things in Brazil just like I have in the US. I've seen people get robbed. I've seen things go down, but most of the time it's just like if I'm in Charlotte, I'm in New York, I'm in Chicago, there's certain things I'm not gonna do. And then when I'm in Rio, there's certain things I'm not gonna do. And hopefully it doesn't lead to a bad experience. I just find you just be careful just like anywhere else in the world, in any other big city.
You have some experience when you are in Brazil about racism?
About racism?
Yeah.
Yes, I think just like the United States, Brazil has a race issue at times. I feel that sometimes I tried to catch a cab one time, me and a friend, and probably 20 cabs passed us up. But then another couple or a white lady, they stopped and picked up. I'm not sure why, but those things happen in the United States, and they also happen to me in Brazil.
What is make you most love like Rio de Janeiro?
I think what makes me most love Rio is that the friends that I've been making when I come to Rio, and it just every time it's just something that it feels like home when I come to Rio. They treat me well. You know, I have my barbershop guy that I go to that when I'm in the States he called. I have a lawyer friend. I have other friends. Me and you and I have been friends for years. So I have a lot of friends that even when I'm in the States, they call and check up on me and they want to know when I'm coming back to Rio. So I like that. And that's what makes me keep coming back because it feels like going home.
Oh, that's nice. I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much for the interview.
No, you're welcome.
I hope you guys like. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Kisses, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Now I'm here with Brandon.
I'm Brandon, 32. I'm from United States, over in Ohio. Small town over there, small city compared to over here.
And let me ask him about it. Before he came to Brazil, if somebody advised him not come to Brazil because it's a dangerous place?
Yeah, so I've been to Brazil like 7 or 8 times, down to this area in Copacabana. And I've been told many times that it's a dangerous place and saw videos and things like that about coming down here. But you can't always believe what you hear.
What is your first impression when you come to Rio?
It's a gorgeous place down here, like much better than the United States. There's everything that you want to do and 5 times cheaper than anything in the United States. Down here you can do anything that you can do over there for 1/5 of the cost.
The first time you come to Brazil, you come by yourself, alone, or you come with some friends?
Oh, I always come with friends down here, so a bunch of people's always down here pretty much. One of my buddies down here 6 or 8 months out of the year, so I'm always down here, coming down here with them. So right now we're down here with like 11 or 12 of us are down here, so big group of people.
Oh, nice. How many of it you come to Brazil in a year?
In a year, it usually will come 2, no more than 3 times in a year for me. Right now we're down here for like 2 or 3 weeks for this trip. I've come a bunch of times. Every time I've come, I've loved it.
You think about to move to Brazil or live in Brazil?
Yeah, I've thought about it many times. The visa issue is the problem. You gotta hit a certain age to get a retirement visa and all this nonsense. So I can't move down here because you can only stay 6 months out of the year. So it wouldn't work out for me till I hit that age requirement on the visas and all of that. If I could, yeah, I definitely would live in Copacabana.
Will you be in different places inside Brazil?
Inside Brazil, no. I pretty much only come to Copacabana area. We've gone to like Ipanema, and then Angra, something, I forget the name of that. You probably know. Yeah, there you go. We went there once.
Beautiful,
yeah,
nice
we went
place.
there once just to rent a boat and to go out on a boat with the clear water. So we went out there, but that was for a couple days, and that was on our last trip. But otherwise, we just stay with Copacabana because everything you want to do exists here.
One thing that you see you don't like in Brazil?
Not really. No, there's nothing that I can really think of that I don't like in Brazil, because I mean everything we do is awesome. Going down to the beach, coming over to the clubs, doing all of that, and everything's so cheap. I don't have anything that I can even think of that I don't like.
One thing that you recommend the guys when they come to Brazil the first time, or just have some experience?
First time, I would say you got to see everything down here that you're supposed to see, because if you say you've been to Rio, they're going to be like, have you been to Crisco? Have you been to Sugarloaf? And, you know, all of the tourist areas. I'm not a big sightseer, so I don't like any of that stuff, but I went just because everyone will always ask if you've been to those places. So I went to Crisco and Sugarloaf and hang gliding over
Really
here.
nice.
They have the hang gliding. Yeah, the views are nice, but for me, sightseeing's a 30-minute thing and done, because I'd rather be over here at the beach or partying it up.
What do you think about Brazilian women?
Oh, Brazilian women are the best women around compared to any of the other countries. So
Philippines, Thailand,
Brazil,
China.
Brazil,
No, that's nice. That's a good point.
Brazil by far.
You have one bad experience in Brazil, just to be true. Not matter what. Do you have one bad experience here?
Me personally, no, because I don't do anything stupid. But a couple of people I know have had a few bad experiences, like they wear a gold chain down to the beach.
You see, guys?
And they got it ripped off by someone going by on a bike right by the beach.
Yes, that's what I try to inform the guys, to tell the guys. No walk and buy gold or
Yeah,
show
no.
you have expensive things,
Yeah,
right?
no jewelry. Like you got to be smart, which, you know, you got to know people who've come here before, and they tell you that, you know, you don't wear jewelry, you don't wear watches, you don't wear stuff like that makes you a target.
Yes.
Things like that. You don't walk with your phone out in your hand at night just sitting around, because, you know, anything can happen. It's just like the United States. I mean, if you're walking around in a area at night, anything can happen. Same type of thing. You make yourself a target wearing high expensive things and a, you know, $1,500 iPhone out in your hand as you're walking around.
That's the most things I advise in my channel, to you guys careful about it. So that's good info to you guys also. You have some bad feelings if they treat you a little bit different because you're a tourist or because black or white person. You feel a little bit about?
No, not really. I think a lot of times when you're a tourist, you might get a little bit higher price on things. Like if you're down on the beach and people come up, try to sell you something, they see you're American. So, you know, they run the price up a little bit, but everything can be negotiated. So, I mean, someone might walk up to you on the beach and say 300 reais for this. And then, you know, it's just they're marking it up because you're American. You negotiate and it come right back down to 100, right back to the normal price.
What is make you more like in Rio de Janeiro?
What makes me like it?
Yeah, Rio de Janeiro.
Oh man, everything. Everything is cheap. The alcohol is cheap. So many beautiful women in Brazil. Everything that you want to do, if you want to rent a boat up in Angra the whole day, it's like 3,000, 3,500 reais, and you get like a 12 hours on it. So I mean, it's like $700. Fits 13 people. I mean, you can just do everything. I mean, it's like $600-700 US for the whole day. Split that with the 13 people you're on. I mean, you're renting a boat for like nothing, like $50 for the day, and it includes food.
Time.
Yeah, it includes food. So I mean, you can get anything that you want to do down here with almost nothing, no money. So it just makes coming down here great.
So you recommend people to come to Brazil, Rio de Janeiro?
Oh yeah. I've never had any problems down here. But again, I don't walk around with expensive things on, you know, a $10 shirt, a $10 pair of shorts. Like I'm not walking around with anything that of high value. So
Thank you very much.
see ya.
Hey guys, now I'm here with Greg.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm from north of Scotland. It's a place called Wick. so right up at the top.
Before you come to Brazil, you have advice for somebody else, say not going to Brazil because Brazil is a dangerous place?
Yeah, so yeah, when I was, well, I'm working in Brazil, but when I was saying to people I'm coming to Brazil, they says, oh, don't go there, it's very dangerous. And I thought to myself, yeah, so I was very, oh my god. But yeah, when I came to Brazil, one of the most lovely people I've met. Very safe place.
What is your first impression about Rio when you come to Rio?
Rio, my first impression would probably be it's a very big city. So there's lots of different areas of Rio.
The first time you came to Brazil, you came by yourself alone or you come with friends?
I came by myself.
And you enjoy?
I had 2 days myself before I went to my work. Yeah, and then I enjoyed Rio. It was very good.
How many times usually you come in a year in Rio
So
or in Brazil?
in Brazil, so with the type of work I do, I'll be 6 weeks in Rio, and then 6 weeks in Scotland, and then back for 6 weeks. So like half the year in Rio, half the year.
You think about to move to Brazil? To live here in Brazil?
To be honest, I have thought about it, yeah, because the cost of living in Brazil is unbelievable compared to the UK. Yeah, it's very good cost of living.
Which places in Brazil you already been there?
So today I was actually in Macaé, but it's just north of Rio.
Yes, it's in Rio.
North of, well, is it in Rio?
Just in Rio? Okay.
District in Rio. So I've only been in Rio. I've been in Rio,
Right. One thing you most like in Brazil?
but first thing probably be the people. The people, especially you. Especially you. The people in Brazil are really friendly, very nice people. The food in Brazil is lovely. Beautiful food. What else? The beaches.
One new thing you not suggest, you not recommend for the guys?
Don't go to areas with your friends that you don't know. Just go to the places that you know.
One thing that you recommend, you suggest people to do?
Well, obviously the two major ones, so like Christ the Redeemer, Sugarloaf as well. Copacabana's good, but Ipanema as well. Ipanema's good, and then like I said, Macaé. Like if you explore different parts of Brazil, just explore it.
And what do you think about Brazilian women?
Oh, yeah.
You be in China, you be in Philippines, you be in Thailand, and other places before?
all over the world, but yeah, the Latinas, oh my god. Brazilian women are beautiful, and as well very lovely, very caring women.
You have some bad experience in Rio before?
Me?
Yeah, if you have some.
I've not had bad experience in Rio, but I've had bad experience in South America, but it's not been Rio.
You have a difficult moment, I mean, possible being racism moment, somebody not treat you good, or because you're foreign, they treat you different?
Well, it was only one time I was walking back, it was just off of Copacabana, a couple streets back, and I was walking back to my hotel, and they says, hey, gringo, and I said, I'm not a gringo. I'm not from America, but they said, hey, gringo, but yeah, gringo. But then after that, they were fine. But I'm no gringo.
Yeah, the last question is, what will make you more like Rio de Janeiro?
So I love the culture. The culture is great. The food is great. The beaches are great. The people are great.
The girl is great.
See.
Thanks.
Especially my. And yeah, it's just Brazil is phenomenal. Great place to visit. That's all I would say. Vamos Brazil.
Okay, thank you guys. Hey guys, now I'm here with JJ.
How you guys doing? My name is JJ from United States, from Texas, more specifically.
Before you come to Brazil, somebody advised you to not come to Brazil because it's a dangerous place?
I heard doing research before I came, a few people said it could be dangerous, but you know, I didn't let that bother me, but I came anyway.
So the first impression that you have when you come to Rio de Janeiro?
My first impression was just I guess the culture shock, just different culture altogether.
The first time you come to Brazil, you come by yourself, you come alone, or you come with friends?
First time I came was back in October of last year, and I come by myself. I always travel by myself.
And you enjoy, you
Yeah.
have fun?
Yes, I definitely enjoy it. I have fun, meet a lot of new people. You know, I meet new friends when I'm here. So, you know, it works out.
How many times in a year you usually come to Rio or to Brazil?
This is my second time. I'm just really getting started, but I do plan on coming to Brazil, you know, every year. Probably pretty much half the year, you know, I'll be out here.
You think about to move to Brazil, live here?
Oh yes, definitely. I definitely am thinking about moving here. I love this place. I think it's a wonderful country, you know. So yes, I'm definitely thinking about moving here, for sure.
Which places in Brazil you already been in?
Rio de Janeiro, mainly, just all around Rio. You know, I love Rio. I think it's a wonderful city. Plan on going to other states like Salvador Bahia, but I don't know yet. Yeah, I love Rio though.
One thing you don't like in Rio de Janeiro?
Okay, I got one major thing and one minor thing, right? The major thing is how, you know, as a tourist, they try to kind of hustle you for a little money, you know, here and there. They might give you the gringo tax here and there. I don't like that, you know, that's kind of annoying. They do that a lot on the beach, you know what I mean, guys? So when you come to the beach, they're gonna try to tax you for the chairs and stuff like that. That gets really annoying. That's the major thing. But the minor thing is when I eat, you know, there's never any black pepper on the table. I love black pepper, man, and that's just weird how, you know, the food here is amazing, but I like salt and pepper, and they never have black pepper on the table, man, so, hey. But that's about it, though, that's it.
One thing that you recommend when the guys, they come to Brazil or to Rio de Janeiro, one thing?
I really recommend you guys learning the language a little bit, somewhat, you know. You definitely want to learn the language. You want to make friends, a lot of pretty girls and whatnot. Just to get around more, you're definitely going to want to learn the language, at least a little bit.
What do you think about Brazilian women?
Oh, wow. I think they're great. I mean, I think they're some of the most beautiful women on the planet. They're nice, not as superficial as American women. That's cool. Yeah, man, they're just really good people, man.
You have bad experience here in Rio?
Somewhat when I first came, but it was kind of my fault. In the favela, I kind of went to the favela with somebody. I should have went with somebody I trusted a little more, but it was a scary experience. I was up there late at night with somebody I probably shouldn't have went with, and it's crazy. I tell the story. I got a YouTube channel. I tell that story on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Game Abroad, GameAbroad, Game Abroad.
You hear,
Yeah.
guys, so go to there, watching his channel, subscribe.
Yes, thank you.
You have bad experience about preconceito, like racism?
Racismo? No, I haven't had any racism problems. I haven't experienced any, you know. That was something I was kind of thinking about, but I haven't really experienced any. Coming from America, it's pretty racist out there, but definitely haven't experienced. I can see kind of the colorism thing out here a little bit, but I definitely haven't experienced any like overt racism out here.
What is make you most like in Rio de Janeiro?
There's so many things to like out here. It's just hard to narrow it down. I mean, I'll give you a few. I love the food, the culture, of course, the beautiful women out here, the beaches. That's all the reason I love Rio, man, for sure.
Nice, nice. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, guys. Now I'm here with
Dean. How are you doing?
Dean.
I'm from the United States, Atlanta. It's the last place I lived in the United States, and I live here now.
Before you came to Brazil, you have a advice for somebody not come to Brazil because Brazil is a dangerous place?
Sure, but those people, you really don't know what they're talking about. America's a dangerous place too. Here, there's no random shootings. In America, there's random shootings. You could be anywhere, and so there's definitely violence everywhere, but yeah.
When you come to Rio de Janeiro, your first impression?
So the first time I came here was in 2013. Wow, it's a different world then, as before the internet took over. The people here are very friendly, especially compared to America, where everybody is very closed.
The first time you came to Brazil, you come by yourself, you come alone, or you come with friends?
I came with a tour, and it was for Carnival in 2013. I had studied Portuguese for 2 years before coming here. I went to Bahia, which is the best carnival, according to Brazilians.
Yeah.
And then I came here the week after and just checked out the city.
Yeah, and when you studied the Portuguese before you came, it's make to you much easy, right?
Oh, yes. Much, much easier.
That's good. You say you live here, right?
Yes.
Because the next question is, how many often in a year you come to Brazil?
So this is actually my third trip. I was married, so that stopped me from traveling for several years. But I've lived here since December, and I work remotely in IT. So because of that, yeah, I just decided after getting divorced, I would just move here.
You already live, right? So you can tell me why the reason you decide to live in Brazil?
Quality of life. A lot of Brazilians want to go to America, but when you ask them why they want to go to America, it's because of money, right?
Yes.
But I think quality of life is better here. The people are more friendly. Just, enjoying your life here is better.
You've been in other places in Brazil or just in Rio?
Rio and Bahia so far, but I plan to travel the whole country.
One thing you don't like in Rio de Janeiro?
I mean, I wouldn't say I don't like, there's just differences. It's just small things. I mean, there's nothing big. Sometimes people take their time here. Americans are very on time, fast, go, go, go. But that's also a good thing. People are more relaxed here, especially in Rio de Janeiro.
One thing that you recommend for people they come to Brazil?
Learn Portuguese.
Learn Portuguese, that's good. What do you think about the Brazilian women?
I think that Brazilian women are very naturally feminine, and this is very, very, very lacking in America. So for this one reason, that alone is enough reason to move here.
You have some bad experience in Brazil or in Rio?
A lot of people say I have a Brazilian face. If I don't talk, people will assume I'm Brazilian. The worst experience I've had here so far is there was a lady who was interested in me. She said she was single, and apparently she wasn't. When her boyfriend found out, it was an issue. So I said, okay, you got it. I'll go away. It's not worth it. Yeah, oh yeah. I also add, this, maybe the people at home don't know this, there's two sets of rules in Brazil. And where she lived was the other set of rules, where you're not supposed to mess with somebody else's woman. So I just apologized, said I didn't know, and I went along my way. The laws of the mojo, the favela.
The favela. Ooh.
Yeah.
Have some moment you feel uncomfortable or people's not treat you good or something like that?
Unfortunately, when people think that I'm a Brazilian man, I get treated differently. But if I speak English, then it changes.
Yes, I
Yes.
believe that.
Yeah, so it's not against me personally. And when you understand the country, you understand the dynamics, you understand it, but I've never felt anything personally.
What is make you most like Rio de Janeiro?
A cidade tem uma vibração. The city has a vibe, it has an energy. It's like the city never sleeps. So, yeah, sometimes it can be too much, but that's why people come here. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Like, subscribe, leave comments, and follow me on Instagram.